Hi, Freddy here, back on the desktop. Today I want to try something a little different. I'd like to go briefly over the rules of this, the Star Wars role-playing game by West End Games, that most of RPG Gamer is about. This is a second edition revised and expanded rule set, which uses the D6 system. So, as that sounds, we use a six-sided dice. So if we grab a few, and basically we don't need all the rest of these. They can be useful, so if you've got 4 members of your party, you can roll a d4 or something like that, but they are unimportant for the actual rule system. Now, I was trying to dig out my old character sheet, but since I haven't played the game since 2001, I've only games mastered, my character sheet has disappeared over the intervening years. So, adio Slavic Sec, my Quarren pilot. You were lost in battle, I guess. Now, for this, I'm just going to use a couple of the stats out of the book then. So here we go. We have Imperial Stormtroopers. And typical Imperial Stormtrooper. All stats are 2D, except Blaster 4D, Brawling Parry 4D, Dodge 4D, Brawling 3D. And we'll have him fight an Imperial Naval Trooper, who has wildly better stats, which since the Stormtroopers were supposed to be the elite, that seems a little odd. So we'll start off with initiative. Well, the way the initiative system works in D6 is you roll your perception, or one person on each side rolls perception. Since this is a one person on each side battle, it's pretty easy to decide. But under the basic D6 system, one person on each side rolls perception, and that's when that group goes. I actually prefer it that everybody rolls their individual perception to stop you having one perception monster on the team and the entire party goes first, always. But that's the rules for you, the basic ones. So we have the Stormtrooper, all stats are 2D, so he rolls 2 dice. So clear some space. And he gets 9. An Imperial Trooper, Naval Trooper. Where's his perception? 3 dice he gets to roll. So will he get more than 9? Nope, he gets lousy. He gets 6. So the Stormtrooper goes first. Now he's going to shoot with his blaster, which is a 4 dice. So 4 dice, we roll. Oh, that's quite nice. So we've got 19 on that roll, which is pretty darn good. Now, the Imperial Trooper, if I bring the book back across so we can see, should have Dodge in here. Dodge 3 dice plus 1 to beat 19. He gets pretty good, but that's still only 14. It's 14 because what he rolled on the dice, but he gets a +1 on his skill. So you roll the dice and you add 1. Skills work on pips and dice basis. So you get skills of 2 dice, 2 dice plus 1, 2 dice plus 2, then 3 dice. You never get a +3, that becomes another dice. So you stand a chance that if you were moving up to what would be +3, that you could roll a 1 or a 2 and get no better. But then again, you could get a 4, 5, or a 6. So you stand a better chance, but it's random. So you can screw up, you can do amazingly. So anyway, the Imperial Naval Trooper was hit because the Stormtrooper got more. Now the Stormtrooper has a blaster rifle, 5 dice. So we roll 5 dice for the damage. We get... Sorry, did I just bump that dice? I never saw. We'll leave it at that. So we've got 15, 21, and that's gone to a 6, so we reroll and add 25. So a total of 25, and the Trooper will roll. Bring the book back across so we can see his strength to resist. So he's got a strength of 2 dice plus 2. He's got a blast helmet, but that's all his armor. So assuming he's hit anywhere else but the head. So 2 dice plus 2 against 25. He gets 9, 10, 11, so that's 14. Now, in the damage table, that actually takes him straight to mortally wounded. Can I find the damage table straight away? There's a copy on the website anyway, but I used to always keep a piece of paper in the combat section so I could easily find it. Let me bring across my tablet with the damage in there, because I'm working. Dunk. You can see the damage roll exceeds the strength roll by, and we got 14, so he's mortally wounded. So he actually drops to the ground. He can't do much more than mutter. And the Stormtrooper won in one shot. And that's how simple the rules are. Apart from challenges like that, where it's blaster versus dodge, or gunnery against piloting, if you're shooting at a vehicle, or charisma versus willpower, if you're trying to talk somebody into something. You get skill versus skill and skill versus stat rolls. Whoever gets the higher succeeds. But you've also got target numbers. So, predicting the weather for tomorrow might be an easy task. If we bring this across, we can see easy is 6 to 10. So I would say that's perception as well, which the Stormtrooper gets 2 dice. He gets 7. He has no idea what tomorrow's weather is going to be like. But it's up to the Games Master what the target number is. The differences in the challenges, if I bring this back across, very easy, easy, moderate, difficult, very difficult, and heroic. So we've got very easy, which is driving a speeder bike, excuse me while I get tongue twisted, flying a speeder bike down a very clear street would be very easy. So a Stormtrooper easily gets a 5. 0 to 5, he passes. Anywhere in that range, the Game Master can decide. It can be 0. It can be that easy. Anybody can do it with their eyes closed. Easy would be going round a corner at speed. Moderate might be going down a fairly busy street, weaving around cars and things. Difficult would be maneuvering round down the busy walkway at the side of a road, weaving your way around pedestrians. Very difficult would be going at full speed, clappers out, weaving around other fast-moving traffic, and heroic would be reaching over your shoulder to shoot while you're doing those fast maneuvers. It's the way it's just the Games Master decides what the target number is, using how difficult he feels it is, from very easy to heroic, and that gives you the target number. That can be up to over 30. So none of our dice rolls have succeeded in heroic moves today. And that's it. The D6 system at its base is that. Characters also have character points and force points. So if you've got character point, you can add an extra dice to a roll. So your Stormtrooper rolling 4 dice could burn a character point and gain a 5th dice. A force point is different. A force point doubles your skill. So a Stormtrooper who has a single force point in a battle, he's a veteran Stormtrooper and you decide to give him a force point, can spend that force point and get 8 dice. So let's see if he can manage a heroic. Ooh, very nice. So we've got 20, 25, 38, 43, which would be fairly impressive. I don't think anybody would dodge that. So as you can see, force points are mega powerful. They also increase your dodge, so when you're shot at, you get to double your dodge dice. They don't work for strength dice. You don't get to resist damage at double. But there's the basis of the system. You can now have watched this video and you can go on any set of stats on the site and basically be able to work them. You can guess things like hull goes against the damage of laser weapons on starships. Body strength of vehicles go against weapons. The other thing which might be worth mentioning is scale. If I bring it up here, we have the scale system. These are the differences between the scales. So a character shooting at the speeder gets 2 dice extra to damage, but the character finds it 2 dice easier to hit it. So he would add 2 dice extra to his blaster skill to hit that target because it's a big vehicle. It would add 2 dice to resist the puny little small arms fire and survive. And so it goes forth and you calculate the difference. So an AT-AT walker shooting an X-Wing gets 2 dice extra to hit the X-Wing, but the X-Wing gets 2 dice extra to resist the damage. A character shooting a capital ship, he gets 12 dice extra to hit it, almost impossible to miss, but it gets 12 dice extra to resist. So it's very unlikely to take any damage. And that's the basis of the D6 system. I don't know what else to say. I've probably forgotten lots, but that should get you started if you wanted to play. Just grab some D6. The dice tell you what to roll. So our Stormtrooper wants to punch. So he's got 3 dice in brawling. He rolls his 3 dice. We bring them back in. That's 11 he's got. The Naval Trooper wants to parry. Brawling parry 3 dice plus 1. 12. And that's as easy as it is. You compare the results. Whoever gets the higher succeeds in their task, whether it's attack or defend. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you later.